Hey guys, Danielle Collins here, just reporting on the month that was June and also the end of financial year. Thanks for joining me. Jumping into sales, guys, at the time of recording this, we're sitting on 92 advertised properties on realestate.com. As always, we see most of that stock sitting in the South Hedland market and a much smaller proportion sitting in Port Hedland. When it came to under offers, guys, it was a super active month. Across the town, we saw 49 recorded under offers by all agencies. Happy to report that 33 of those were by Team Hedland First National and 16 by my direct team. Fun fact, of the 16 that I put under offer for this month, 14 of those went to investors and 2 to owner-occupiers. So we saw a lot of investment activity. Another fun fact, I listed 12 properties in the month that was June and every single one of them were under offer by the end of the month. Good and bad problem to have. Good problem that we sold them so quickly. Bad problem because now I have no stock. So if you're looking to sell, please let me know. When it came to the settlements for the month that was June, that was equally as busy. I saw 11 properties go to settlement in the month of June. Actually polar opposite to what I just said in the under offers. Predominantly 9 of the 11 went to owner occupiers. So a complete opposite swing. On your screen, you're seeing all the happy settlement days. There were so many beautiful faces smiling this month. Some really young first home buyers right through to retirees leaving and literally retiring. So well done and congratulations to everyone who settled this month. Guys, it wouldn't be the end of financial year if I didn't share some stats and accountability with you. As always, we like to run our numbers not only on a calendar, but also financial year. Now, these are my stats, personally, what my team did for the financial year. What's really interesting is we listed 36 less properties this financial year than the same time last year. So less stock. We sold 33 less properties. That's a flow-on effect. When you don't list them, you can't sell them, which resulted in 17 million less. But in saying that, 60 million was still transacted. So that is a massive number. Over 118 transactions for this financial year. So still a massive, massive year. What was interesting though, and expected, is our days on market has literally doubled. So where the days on market last financial year was sitting at 28 average days on market, it's now sitting at 46. So guys, it is taking longer for properties to move. However, price is key. As long as you price correctly, they will move. But we have seen a major shift in how long it is taking for the inventory to move. Before I go into leasing, guys, as I did mention, just as I've said all the days on market, this month was an exception to that rule. As I mentioned, we did sell everything we listed within the same month. So if you have been considering coming to market, please let us know because it appears there's a lot of buyers around at the moment and we'd love to assist you with your property goals. Jumping into leasing, at the time of recording this, we're sitting on 65 advertised properties on realestate.com. As always, most of that stock is in the South market to a smaller proportion in Port. Hedland First National saw 18 properties go under application for the month of June. 1850 was our highest lease. Now, it is also fun facting again, this time last year, we were also sitting on 65 properties in our vacancy rate. So it is very consistent. However, we did do a market update, which is on your screen right now. If you have a read of that, you'll see the stock count got as high as 100 a few months ago. So it has gone up and come back down. But a really interesting stat that year on year we're still very consistent. Further to the leasing, as mentioned, Hedland First National has just published our half-yearly full report. This report's on sales, leasing, commercial, strata, everything. It's a really, really good read. A lot of time has gone into it. I actually love the first page where Scott, our owner, has actually really summarised what's happening in the market and industry. I think it's very well written and a true reflection to what's happening, but it's also really good to handy little tips in there. Things from leasing, price is key, just like sales, but what's happening when it comes to trends and things in the leasing market is really helpful. There's a little bit from all the sales agents, but I also love our market share. Everyone loves a good pie chart, especially when it says Hedland First National had 74% of the market share for this financial year. Guys, that's pretty awesome. So if you haven't already seen that report, let me know. Happy to share it, but there's lots of useful information in there and our predictions of what the second half might look like. Guys, normally I'd talk about industry, and I will talk about industry in the sense of head to my social media pages. Everything's there in live time. But to be honest, it was all iron ore and all about the port in good ways. So much is going on, so much records broken and expansions and Lumsden Point. Everything's go. Business as normal. A lot about green energy as well. So I'm not going to pinpoint anything specific, but I definitely encourage you to jump onto my Facebook page. And again, referring to the report that Scott did make in our report, there's a lot of useful information in there. And just before I wrap up, guys, just a friendly reminder that WA enters into its school holidays next week. So a lot of open homes will die down just for the 2 weeks as most people obviously head out of town. If you are travelling, we'd like to make sure you're safe and have a good time. Also, for those that were chasing me over the last week, I just want to apologise and thank you for your patience. I did have a videographer in town doing a whole heap of marketing shoots to go with some screen time that we did a few months ago. We look to have all of this new content out in the coming months. Look out for it. And as always, if we can help you with your property goals, you know where to find us. See you next month.